Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit Podcast. And I'm just here on my own today. I'm just kidding. I got Shane Hinton and Dee Dee Forward joining me today. Jules is working.
Hello.
Can't join us today, but we're going to do a biscuit catch up as part of the Open Studios today because it'd be nice just to recap the year and talk about things we've been up to in 2020. Because
nothing to do with the cancellations we've had.
No, I mean, I wanted to do this. I mean, last time, remember, we wanted to do a You Suck versus Biscuit thing, but that never happened. We haven't done one of these for a while. I think the last time was, gosh, God, I can't think. But hey, let's talk about 2020 because we can be negative as we want about 2020, but for us at the Biscuit, it's not been too bad, really. I mean, we've adapted and changed the way we do things. And as bad,
it's been sad on the things that we've missed out on.
Yeah, I agree.
But apart from that, it hasn't been too shoddy.
No, we were supposed to go out and do some great things. I mean, we put some money towards a mobile studio and tables, chairs, all sorts that we were going to buy a marquee at one point, just so we can go do the flower show and do and just turn up there and be a presence. But we cannot complain when we haven't lost our livelihoods, really. There's been people out there that have, and all we can do is be grateful that we're still going and people are still listening to the show, and in abundance as well. The show's grown massively this year. I couldn't be more proud of what we achieved as a show. So, it's been all right. So, and
improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah.
Hashtag Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. Oh, I just happened to find this piece of bear dung in a desert. Oh my God! What? Yeah.
This was the thing I was going to say. So I think I discovered it off one of your other podcasts, Al. But I've been watching Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai! Yeah, I love Cobra Kai.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good. I've enjoyed it.
It's brilliant. I started watching it the other day and I was like, I see what you lot were going on about it. I'm sure it was off on your podcast I heard it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like if you're into nostalgia, and continuity and things like that, it's really good because Karate Kid left us with so many questions when we were younger. So it was nice to have those.
And it's not like they've just brought in any actors; they actually have the originals that have come back.
Yeah, and it illustrates the fact that maybe Danny Russo wasn't as much a good guy as you believe because he was a bit of a jerk. Yeah.
And you look at it from a new angle, don't you?
You do. And do you know what, actually, it does illustrate sort of like the problems that a lot of sports stars have when they go out and fail because, there's a lot of people that won't go to university. Well, in this country, they'll put their focus on football and go through trials and get so far and then suddenly get nowhere. And they've like, oh my God, I didn't go to school. I didn't do this. I played football instead. And they're left with nothing. It's a genuine problem for people that suffer from mental health issues and stuff. Whereas in this case, they do karate instead in Cobra Kai. It's like I'm just gonna fight everybody. So how have you guys found 2020? I mean, obviously we switched to a virtual background and we started doing things over Zoom and stuff. I mean, we've had a few horrendous bouts with terrible internet and bad sound and stuff like that. It has been a very trying year for someone that's trying to. I mean, the advancements we made. I mean, me and Shane are sat here now looking rather professional with the biscuit background, but it's only today we've sort of found that out.
I'm in my t-shirt. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Shane was earlier. He was, but he thought we were doing a live. So
the only person that didn't represent today is Al.
I don't think
Shame on you, Whiteley.
I don't think I need a biscuit for people to realise I'm the biscuit guy. Then that's the truth of it all,
And you've started an Instagram now, the Biscuit Guy.
I did.
Is it the guy with the biscuit? Yeah.
Yeah, we got advised that a while ago to do open up your own sort of social medias as a sort of company and sort of a standalone Facebook thing. And I didn't take it seriously at all. Shane did. Shane opened Shane Hinton. Official, yeah. I went with Pod King and I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. It was a bit of a joke, I didn't really take it seriously, but I think it's very wise to take your professional self away from your sort of personal self. And also as well, like, if anybody ever wants to say, sort of look at what I do on the whole, not just a biscuit, they can see the stuff I do with this, with USUC, with things I work with, other shows I go on. But, I work with a lot of audio. I mean, just this week, I've been at churches recording audio, and, the So Stories I did for Original Shrewsbury, all these bits of audio I put together aren't biscuit per se. They're just things I do on the sideline, Yeah.
And your award? Oh. Don't forget your award.
Yeah. When it comes to things like that, I get embarrassed a little bit. I won a Mayor's Award. It's fantastic. I'm so grateful for it.
Ask Tom Bruno about his Mayor's Award.
Oh no, Tom Bruno's.
Wait, what does Bruno say?
He went, oh.
Here we go. Yeah,
so here we go.
It's the same thing about the Monopoly thing. Deep down, he's proud of us. Why do I seem to be shifting across the screen?
When you say proud, do you mean jealous or do you just mean proud?
Well, he's proud. He is proud. Tom's not a jealous guy.
He's a good guy. Guy. He's working at the moment on research now guests that we've got coming on USUC. I feel like I'm just moving across the screen. It's really weird. This is weird.
It's like that show, like this is where you got to remember the things as they go across the screen.
Yeah, walking in the air. Tom Bruno is a.
Mine usually goes down like this.
Yeah.
Oh God, wrong podcast.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a fans only thing. I found something out as well as OnlyFans isn't necessarily for people trying to get their kit off and stuff. There's like comedians,
no, it's not. No,
podcasters, and all sorts on there. So, but I couldn't draw myself to be like, "Hey, man, join my OnlyFans." I couldn't.
Yeah, it's got a rep now, hasn't it?
I would flat out having OnlyFans if I was a woman.
Really?
You say that though, but I think there's only so many pictures of my toes I could sell.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the biscuit's concerned, I think it's been definitely a year of growth for us as a show, as an entity. But what about you guys as individuals, learning to speak on the microphone and sort of being in the public image and the social media aspect of things? Shane, what's it been like for you? I mean, this is like your second year as part of the biscuit. How does it compare to the year before?
It's been interesting because obviously we've had to adapt and change things and kind of think on the spot a little bit because it's been so much uncertainty in the whole the world, isn't there? Really, in the last sort of this year, really. We had big plans. This year was supposed to be our year. This year is supposed to be the one that we were going to pop and we were going to really go places. We have big plans with some amazing people in the town. And further, in fact, we had really big plans. When some of them we did manage to obviously become a CIC, was part of it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that a lot of the stuff we had planned has been put on a bit of a back burner. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's given us a bit of a time to properly think about what we're doing. I'm kind of glad that we've gone through this before we become official CIC, if you like, as in an active CIC, because this is the sort of thing which we're going to come up against. It could happen again. There's lots of different reasons why this sort of scenario would happen again. But the fact that we've been able to on the spot, literally on a hairpin, just turn around and do things completely differently. Reschedule stuff, shuffle stuff around a little bit, and just carry on making it work and still pump out content. Is really quite testament to our business model and our podcast, basically, and our attitude to the podcast. I think that it has been challenging trying to do things at arm's reach, with regards to scheduling, like I said, internet issues and things like that, and getting things like timing right on things like the open day. Which, by the way, cracking idea because Open Day was brilliant. It's really been a massive hit this year, and I think it's something we should definitely carry on. I'm starting to learn a lot as well because we have to push a lot more on social media because that's literally our only advertising avenue.
You're great on social media, Shane. You're really. Am I? You're good at it. Yeah, you really are. Because what people don't understand with what we do is by the time it gets to me sort of sharing stuff on social media, I'm exhausted. I've done the shows, I've scheduled them, I've recorded them, I've edited them, and by the time I get to that stage where it's time to share it, I'm kind of like, Here is the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Go and listen to it, enjoy it. Whereas you're fresh and you're kind of like, hey, here's this thing, it's amazing, and you add like a bit of energy to it, and people seem to respond well to you on social media a bit better than me because I get to a point. It's not in any way disrespect to anybody that's been on our show. Is I'm genuinely at the stage where, say it's taken, I don't know, a few emails back into to schedule the show, then it's taken an hour to record the show, then it's taken another hour and a half to edit the show.
This is all the sort of the infrastructure behind the podcast that people don't really see. They don't see the 5 days it's taken to schedule something in, and then actually then working that into your daily schedule alongside family and work and all that kind of stuff. And then you got the stuff that happens after the podcast as well. It's the research and that kind of stuff. And what people don't realize is that we have to do that for every single person that's on the podcast. So all this content we're coming out, it takes all that planning in the background before and after to then make that happen and make it right. Now, with regards to the social media side of stuff, that's why I smiled when you said that, because it's actually a bit of a problem I have. I use social media way too much. Way too much. I'm on Facebook all the time. And to
on the old Facebook,
I am flat out addicted to social media. I am, and it's actually been an issue in past relationships. It is a little bit of a bugbear my missus has now. I struggled to put it down to the point where I've actually, when I upgraded my phone, I was going to downgrade my phone to the point where I couldn't have Facebook on it and only use Facebook on a laptop. That's how bad it was, because I was genuine. I can't put it down, but the good side of that, though, for the biscuit, is that I can then use that sort of. I see a lot on Facebook. I see. You're
going to use it as an excuse of why you're on Facebook all the time.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Lisa's like, "Wow, you're on the phone again." I'm doing biscuit business, baby.
That's literally what I say now. I'll just do biscuit stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm terrible with Twitter. I
That's one thing I can't do. I can't do Twitter.
I can do it. It's just another social media. I'm flat out on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff. Twitter's more conversational, and
Twitter's a difficult one, because I feel Twitter is the HQ for trolls, but in a good way, in like the entertainment value that Twitter can have. But it's about getting in there, because I feel like a lot of people now go on Twitter to see all the rubbish and the trolling and all that stuff.
It's like Reddit,
isn't it? Yeah, like Reddit as well. So having something like what we are on Twitter, yeah, it's great. But to get the following that some people have, who are basically there just to be trolls, it's going to be difficult.
Well, you're our new Twitter person, aren't you?
I know, and I haven't started yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the slap on the wrist.
Well done.
I know.
You had one job, D.
I know. I need to sort it out.
Reddit was an interesting journey for me, because Reddit is dangerous, man. You can get destroyed, literally destroyed on Reddit, because you work on a reputation. You have a reputation, or karma, they call it. Obviously, people like listening now, like Reddit, like experts are like, well, listen to this idiot talking about Reddit as if he knows it. No, right? I worked really hard to get my karma over sort of 200, and after that, you can start creating your own subreddits and stuff, right? And if you get downvoted so much that you lose your karma and you can't do that anymore, you literally get destroyed. And I was doing really well. This was for Thorskin, the other show, and I was doing movie reviews, and they were going so well. I was talking about Taika Waititi and this movie and that movie, and people upvoting these reviews that I was doing, until it got to Star Wars, and I was like, I really liked The Last Jedi, which I did. I really enjoyed it. I got ruined. I got absolutely ruined. And I was like, yeah, I'm done with Reddit. I can't do this. I'm not doing that anymore, because, Reddit is one of those things where you can downvote stuff, and that affects you. Let's not have any of that for the biscuit, I don't think. There are ways we can start spreading ourselves a bit more. Like we talked about doing some live shows, at least one live show a week. I think that'd be quite cool. And we got plans with StreamYard as well that might come in handy and generate a bit of revenue, but also a bit of promotion for other people as well. Invite people to join us on StreamYard and let them stream their own shows via our StreamYard. That's a good idea. I like that. I mean, just the idea of having us live once a week, so Shane can get looking all dapper and all that. That's fun.
He's raising his eyebrows.
Why are you blushing, D? I know I have that effect on people. Don't worry, you're not the only one.
I mean,
no, I think it's the shine off your head reflecting on me.
Well, I've got my hat on at the moment.
Don't ruin it. No one can see.
It's probably my amazing sense of humour.
Oh, that's me yawning, stretching. By the way, not me having any reflection on Shane's demeanour.
Rubbish sense of humour.
Well, DJ's already told me if anybody's happens to be interested, if I ever get an OnlyFans, that she's going to be my first subscriber. So that's I'm winning already. Happy days.
What kind of only are you going to have the ones that turn slowly, or are they going to be like fixed in one place?
Well,
so
I'm thinking one of those ones that like the Dyson ones with the hole in the middle, because they're really cool.
Oh yeah, really, really on board with that.
What are you guys?
Al's face.
I don't even.
What about OnlyFans? What's your favourite one?
OnlyFans.
I don't have an OnlyFans. What? I mean, I know it exists, but I'm about as clued up on OnlyFans as I am on TikTok. You know,
you don't know what fans are.
I know what OnlyFans are. I know what my fans are. My fans are great. I love you all. But when it comes
I love you, random citizen.
I love you, and I love
Look at the
you.
camera. Then he was like, "Great."
I know, twinkling in his eye. Then
Yeah. It's the beard. That's what it is. It's the only reason he's got a following because the beard.
God,
the big
beard,
bushy beard.
Once the beard gets to a certain stage, it's getting its own Instagram. I'm telling you, I'm going to get.
He's going to start walking around going for the greater good. For the greater good.
I do think you should do a genuine like charity beard growth, and every single
I don't need
donation.
To. I don't need to. I'm growing it anyway.
Every pound that is donated, you have to grow it for another month or another centimetre or something.
They just won't let me trim
and have like a massive, proper, huge beard.
I did that with my friend once. We had we signed a contract to say that we can only cut our beard after a certain date, but we put in the contract you're not allowed to cut it at all. So my moustache was hanging over my lip, and there's all bits sticking out, and I couldn't trim it. Literally, just even a little snip. I couldn't. I mean, I was because
why did you hold on? I want to know, why did you start growing a beard?
Why did I start?
Get jealous of TS or something?
Have you seen his face?
I had a beard. I had a beard a while ago, and I was kind of trimming it and keeping it sort of in line, taking all the squiggly wigglies out and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to do something different, you know. I wanted, one of the main reasons is I want to go next Halloween. I want to go dressed as Kratos from God of War. You know, the red stripes. Yeah. And I quite like the idea of
that's some long-term planning. That is.
Well, it takes a while to grow a beard, D. I don't know if you've ever tried.
Well, I haven't shaved for weeks, if not months. I haven't
since
shaved
1994.
I think that's embarrassing.
I get really annoyed. Right? I get proper beard.
I say, well, you got some moustache,
right? Literally, right? I get proper bad beard envy, like really bad. Right? I get really jealous of blokes that can have a proper really nice beard. Like Tom, I hate him. He's yeah.
That's
it's a good beard.
I've told him. Don't worry, it's no secret. I've told him that I hate him because he's got a beard. But anybody like Al, I hate Al as well for this reason. Anybody that can grow a really, really good, decent beard, I'm genuinely jealous of because I can't do it, and it's really annoying. When I lost my hair, I genuinely wanted my beard to come through so I could have like a really, really proper, manly, decent, strong beard and
like
a bald head.
TS.
That sound.
Yeah.
Well, not even like TS, like Owls, basically. But
you've mentioned the name TS quite a few times in this episode. Is there?
No, because you're talking about beards, and that's the best beard I know. It's a very good beard.
For the guys listening right now that don't know who TS is one of my co-hosts for USUC. He does USUC Chronicles, and he does have one of the most glorious red beards you'll ever see. And in fact, I was speaking to him. I was doing an editing tuition for him over Zoom a few days ago, and he was like, Alex, don't ever cut that beard. Don't ever, seriously, don't ever do it. And I've had a few compliments, you know, it's quite complimentary to my face. So leave the beard alone. It's great.
Yeah, because it hides it.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta say, no. I like the stubble short beard look, right? That's a good look for my face because I've got a good jawline, you know? I do. I have a good jawline.
This is what Lisa said. She doesn't want me to have a full, a beard like ours because it'd hide my jaw.
There you go. Anyway, less about beard talk. This show is primarily designed to do good things, and we have done good things for our existence. We've worked with a lot of great charities. We've raised a lot of awareness, and I want to say I'm proud of what we do for that, and I think that's one of the only reasons why I won the Wales Award and why it's doing stuff like this, because we do good things, right?
You're gonna cry again.
Like last time.
There are a lot of people that will start a podcast like this and have like 5 followers and not be able to sort of spread the word in the way that we do. And so like to get to the stage that we're at now and be able to do that, I am proud. Yeah, it does make me get emotional. But
bless you.
Talk about hard work though.
You can be the little spoon if you want, mate. I
would love a cuddle.
I'll give you a cuddle, mate. I'll come to your house right now and I'll give you a cuddle.
Can't. In tier 2, man. You can't come around my house.
Oh.
So we'll have to get rid of this virus, won't we, guys? And next year, do good things.
We've got big plans.
This is going to sound controversial. Why you just mentioned the virus? What's your opinion? What's your opinion on the vaccine that's just come out?
Okay, my genuine honest.
Are we doing this now? Are we doing this?
We are. I had to ask.
I think it's good.
Shane's face.
I think it's great that they've got a vaccine, and I think it's normal for people to feel concerned about a new vaccine and a new drug to take, right? But at the same time, I don't think people should put people off taking it. Simple. Yeah, I think it's
my worry on it is that it's brilliant that we've got a vaccine, and we've got a vaccine that's going out to people much quicker than it is in other places. That's been like approved, and people are saying, how's it come so quickly? It's because normally when vaccines are created, there's a lot of like waiting time for it to be like approved and everything like this. So obviously this has been put ahead of everything else. So that's why it's come by so much quicker than other vaccines. However, it's been said now that people who have a lot of like allergic reactions to things, people who are prone to like having allergic reactions, or people who have a lot of allergies are now told to not have the vaccine. And I was like, but aren't those people in more danger? And this is where I'm a bit like for us lot, we're fine. But I'm a bit worried about these people who are prone to allergies.
The people that can't take it, and if they do get COVID and they do have a problem with it, then they'll get the care quicker because there's less people for them to look at. If there's more people taking the vaccine and it helps them, that's less people on a COVID ward. So if somebody does get COVID because they couldn't take the vaccine, they'll get the better care quickly. And there's people that are refusing to take it. Fine, don't take it. I'm going to take it once I'm going to watch it and make sure that it doesn't have any I Am Legend.
Make sure you're one of the last ones to have it.
No, I mean, like we've all seen I Am Legend. That was a cure for cancer. It turns everybody.
You never know.
Yeah. Which the book is far better than the movie, by the way. Having vampires, not zombies, that can talk and try and seduce you because you've been locked in a house for years, so much better than the creepy zombie things that climb up walls that they did with Will Smith. Anyway, I think people within the right to be cautious, but don't write it off. Don't do that, And
I personally think Shane's dying to say something, though. Look at that face.
What?
What do you want to say about it? Go on. Sorry, Whiteley, but he just looks like he just want to burst out.
We just stare at him till he speaks.
No, I just think that it's funny when people say, why is this drug come around so quick? It means it can't have been checked properly. It's the 21st century. It's the 21st century. We've been to the bloody moon.
It's been explained, though.
We can literally.
So people are saying vaccines for that, but we don't have vaccines for like other things.
It blows my mind, right? That people are skeptical about the fact that we can make a vaccine so quick, instead of sitting there thinking we can make a vaccine so quick. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
mint.
But it's been explained.
No, it's
so
conspiracy.
like we don't have
it's
vaccines
Boris
for a
trying to
lot
take
of
control of everybody. Like it must be something to do with 5G.
I think
we're all robots. We're having microchips injected into us.
This is what I mean. I'm like, what is wrong with
like
you?
Something out of Black Mirror.
Literally, right now, Lisa worked. She's involved in drug trials and stuff on a previous job and stuff. Now, they would have obviously. These drugs are never going to be 100% risk-free.
No, these ones are like 85%, aren't they?
Not going to happen. Ibuprofen.
Messes up.
Language.
It messes up. Shane dropped an F-bomb. Shane.
That hasn't happened for a while, actually, has it? To be fair, that hasn't happened for a while. Can you snip that out?
It's the passion. It's the passion in his talk. That's what it is.
Ibuprofen messes up your stomach lining. Everybody knows that, yeah? But people still take it.
People use condoms and they're only 19.
Exactly, right? But this vaccine is not going to cure COVID. Let me say it again. Vaccine is not going to cure COVID.
That audio is fantastic, mate.
The whole point of the vaccine is to stop people getting into hospital. That's the whole point of it. It's not going to cure you. It's not going to stop you getting COVID, which is why you've still got to wear your mask, which is why you've still got to isolate and all that kind of stuff. It's just supposed to stop you going into hospital if you get ill. And also, this vaccine is not for people my age.
No.
It's for people older. So why is like Margaret, Bethany, age 35, living in wherever, sat there going, I'm not taking the vaccine because it's a control method for Boris. It's not for you, love.
Yeah, they've even released a list of who's going to get it. And it's even like people with like who are our age, but they're people who are
vulnerable,
like with needs and stuff like that. But you and me, we're bottom of the list. We're never going to get even the opposite.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear the way the audio broke that down then? That was so fantastic. You're like, I can't even take that out because it's part of your sentence. But the internet slowed down. It went, need to get it. You sound like E.T. This is new territory for the Biscuit. We never really talk about controversial subjects like this.
It's just something which, like, because
we don't. But I just wanted to know
because I've got a partner that has much better knowledge and understanding of this sort of stuff than I do. We've talked quite in depth about it, and we've sort of looked at it and stuff. Bottom line is, it wouldn't have been passed if it wasn't safe. Now, whenever I say that, I've said it on various Facebook posts in the past, and I get memes sent to me about formaldehyde, about the fact that was passed quickly, and then all the problems were with that in 1950. In 1950, sat nav wasn't even a thing in 1950.
No, it's not. However, I see why people are questioning it. If people are questioning it over the length of time it took to create, that's difficult and they should research into that. And that's because it's been put to the top of the list. And normally when you're doing vaccines, there's a long waiting game of like things that have to be approved. And a lot of time sitting there waiting for things to be like ticked off and whatnot. So that's why it's come by so quick. It's gone through the same checks, just been put to the front of the line for sorry. I did a shade. Absolutely everything.
That's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
However, stop it. However, it's kind of like the company that's created it, if people were like debatable on it because of like who's created it and their reputation, then I would understand.
A lot of the sort of bring it back down again, a lot of the conspiracy side of stuff, or the distrust, if you like, in the government and this kind of thing that's happening, is built because of the amount that without going into politics, Al doesn't like the politics on Biscuit, is the amount the government have messed everybody around over the last 10 years, with the ups and downs, left and rights, and yes and no's, and the constant nobody's quite sure exactly what's going on, what's going to happen, all these different things. So I think that when this sort of thing happens, they go, yeah, this is fine. Everyone's going, is it though? Is like in a couple months' time, you're going to say, actually, no, everybody's had the vaccine, get in the hospital because you need to go and suck back out of you.
I just look at these situations and I'm like, smallpox, polio, measles. When the vaccines for things, measles was pretty much blasted off the face of the earth, and it was thought of as a modern day miracle that happened. And people celebrate all that. And now it's back because of anti-vaxxers. And I mean, I get it, I understand it. The link with autism. It's been debunked, though. It's been debunked. And what I worry about this, what upsets me more than anything, doesn't worry me, upsets me, is there's probably a group of geniuses that have worked their backsides off to put this together, genuinely up all night, like, and ringing each other. Oh my God, it's eating the anti-vaxxers. It's working. Like, there's all these people that are geniuses working in labs. They're getting laughed at, and that's what annoys me. Because where does that leave a new generation of doctors, the inspiration behind, I want to be that doctor that creates a vaccine that saves the world. I want to do that. That's what I want to do. To people that are pursuing a career in science, they are the rock stars of science, the people that do these things. And I just worry that this is going to have a knock-on effect for people going on forward to pursue careers in this sort of thing. That want to be nurses, that want to be doctors. And they're like, there's a girl out there, she wants to be a nurse, or a guy, let's be, equal, that wants to be a nurse, because that's like one of the careers that people enjoy. That's one of those careers, right? But then they look at how COVID nurses were treated, how 1 minute they were applauding for the NHS, and the next thing you got women being berated for walking through supermarkets in their uniforms, and they're being posted all over social media, and they're being slammed for it. How do we treat doctors? How do we treat nurses? And why would I want to do a career like that? That's what upsets me. Sorry.
The thing is, right, is that
you don't hear me on the biscuit very often. I'm sorry.
But funny enough, this is actually the sort of conversations that me and I have like off air. To be fair, we do debate stuff, don't we? But like, the thing is, right, is that if you've got a problem with your car, you go to a mechanic because you don't know how to fix it, yeah, and you trust the mechanic to the best.
Unless you're me,
right?
If you get the cable ties out,
if you've got if you've got a water leak in your house, you've called a plumber. Electrician, all these different problems, you get the experts in that field to come and fix that problem. I want about the average person, the average Joe, that's what they do. Now, if there's a global pandemic, I'm going to trust the people that have studied their entire lives on viral pandemics, and then the experts to make a vaccine to make me to save my life and to make me better, because I have no clue what I'm talking about when it comes to pandemic. I'm not going to listen to Gary, who lives at number 35.
Odd Killer 84.
Going, oh, no. This expert has studied like 10 years at university, worked in the field for 5 years, and then started specialising in one type of pandemic, and they've been studying it, doing all different criteria, all this research. They've done it for like 20, 30 years. Then finally it happens, and they're like, right, my time to shine. They snap into action. They work like hell day and night to then create a vaccine, get it passed, and tweaking it and changing it out to make it safe, doing the testing, finally get it done. And the government said, yeah, we'll buy it and we'll give it out for free. You can all have it. And then Gary at number 35 goes, no, it's rubbish. Doesn't exist. It doesn't work.
That's pretty much exactly what I just said, Shane, but in your own version. I like that.
That's what I was agreeing with you. That's the whole point. Like, it's just, to me, I'm just sat there looking with my head in my hands, just going, why are people questioning this? You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't.
I don't mean to alarm anybody.
Have you watched? Oh.
No,
you go, Whitey. Go on.
There are what looks like venomous furry caterpillars crawling on your hand right now.
Oh no, yeah, I know. No one can see me though, but I'm just trying to sort out my eyelashes.
That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
I left them on the side.
Speaking of eyelashes, I've been in touch with Manola Moss this week.
Oh yeah, how's she getting on?
Well, we're going to find out, because I think January. Let's talk about what we're going to do in 2021. Because from January, we're going to be very much concentrating on. I don't know what to call it. We're trying to come up with a slogan of sort of like what we can do with the biscuit in 2021. But I want to concentrate on giving Shrewsbury a bit of rebirth and a bit of. I feel like there's been enough innovation throughout the year and enough people, good, solid chunk of good thinkers and people using great initiatives. Groundbreaking initiatives. I mean, like this Carols on the Doorstep thing started off as a Shropshire thing, and now I've seen there's loads of people doing it across the UK now, putting their own spin on it. That started here, But like, I want to give people a bit of a boost in 2021. So I want to get Manola on, because I think Manola is going to be remembered in history, not just Manola, but like her group of people that started businesses during the worst pandemic we've seen in the last 100 years. So like I want to get her on the show, find out how she's been doing, and I want to invite if you've got a business that's been going for 100 years, if you've got a business in Shrewsbury that's independent and been kicking butt for so long, or even if it's a new business and you want to tell people about it, come on the biscuit. We want to help you guys that run independent businesses.
Well, I've been following her on Instagram since we've had her on the show, and her studio that she's got set up, her salon, whatever she would like to call it, it looks absolutely amazing.
Amazing, right?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and she even has little pop-ups that come in there, people that sell clothes. But then her Christmas setup has been fantastic. It was like the other day she posted, and because she's got this black and white flooring on the black tiles. She's got Santa, like the snow from Santa on it. So she's kept, and her social media presence is amazing. She's so good. It's like sometimes I'm just on my story. I was like, "Where's Manola? Keep going along." I
got to tell you, Manola, if you're listening to this, I do obsess with you, but not for any other reason than I think you're brilliant. So I'm got a crush on you or anything. I've got a wife. Don't tell her that, right? But I do think you're fantastic, and there are so many people like that in Shrewsbury that we want to illustrate and we want to get on the biscuit and talk about. So going forward throughout the whole year, if you want to come on the biscuit and tell people about what you do, our listenership has just exploded during lockdown, and the show has grown exponentially. And we would love to use that to tell people about what you do. And so get in touch, please.
So you guys, what do you want to see next year for the biscuit?
I want us to be able
They want to see Al get his eyelashes done. I will pay for it if we can video it.
Yeah, but these things are like semi-permanent, aren't they? Like, so once I haven't.
Oh no, we won't get you extensions. I think she now does the tint and the perm, so we'll just get you like just a tint on the top lashes, and we'll just get like slightly permed, curled. They only last like 4 or 5 weeks. It's fine.
What about you and Julie?
I was talking about the biscuit actually, but yeah, okay. where do you want to see the biscuit go next year?
That's where I want to see the biscuit go. Challenges.
I want to see us at events. I want events to come back. I want us to fully support Beffy from Shropshire Festivals and what they're doing. I want the flower show to come back and to be a crazy thing. I would actually love for us to start running our own shows. I want to do some live podcasts in venues across Shrewsbury. I want to bring in guests and do interviews and record them on camera. I want to have our own studio set up. I mean, the parade is fantastic, but imagine having the keys to our own premises that we can go in and whenever we like and set it up how we like. I want that for the biscuit, and we will get that. By the way, that's coming. It's like that's inevitable.
It's gonna be this coming year, 100%.
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, I want the world to open again. I want us to be able to go out with the H6 or the Tascam and get interviews face to face without masks on. Did you see that vlog I released the USUC thing where I went to the Shrewsbury Food Hub in Crombier Road? I
haven't watched it yet though.
I'm trying to record this vlog, and people that are used to the show, they've seen my vlogs before. They're usually not that bad. I've got a selfie stick and I'm chatting away, but trying to do it in a mask is just horrendous. Like trying to get the audio is terrible. In fact, Moose Cooper messaged me at like 4:00 in the morning, a friend of ours, a mutual friend, who's come on USUC quite a lot. He was like, I really enjoyed your vlog. And I was like, why? And he's like, because I could see the environment you're working with and you did a really damn good job. And I was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. But
Moose is a good man. He's all right.
He's a good guy. So I want to do all that again. I love being out in the field. I love being out in an environment where we can get any random people to come and talk to us. I want to do that again. I miss that.
Side note, just because I happened to see a post from Moose the other day, he's after a heavy metal guitarist. If anybody's listeing that happens to be a heavy metal guitarist that can drive, because
or in the Oswald Street area,
or in the Oswald Street area. I think that they practice in Cheshire. I'm sure he said that. I can't remember, but anyway, drop us a message and we'll put you in touch with Moose, and hopefully you'll be able to get you a band. Yeah, carry on, Al.
What about you guys? What do you want to see, D?
Like you said, like having a premises, but like Oh, it's near it is with the whole events thing again. Like I understand, like talking, like going out, talking to anyone, but having our studios set up at events, like we were saying, that we're going to have the marquee and everything like that. I think that that's not just great for us, where it's convenient. Like if we had one at the flower show, we can have people when they've been in the main arena, or people who have stalls there. But it's also great advertisement for us, because I think because I discovered the podcast at the flower show year before last. Obviously not last year because it wasn't there.
It was virtually there, not physically there.
It was virtually there. Yes, it was virtually there, but we didn't have the flower show.
Yeah.
But things like that. And I think if a lot of people knew that we were here, like obviously a lot of people do know, but more people, especially people who are independent businesses, it's a great platform. And we have been recognised for being that. But that's what I mean. Having those proper pop-up studios is what I really want to do.
Yeah.
Push for, yeah.
On that. Shane, what about you? You asked the question.
And challenges. I think we need to do more challenges.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you let the public decide. I think that what I would like for 2021 is, obviously it'd be great to have a premises and stuff, but I think what I would like for 2021 is for our listener base and our following to pop. I think that's what I want for 2021. On the rebuild from COVID, I would like to be massively instrumental in rebuilding the town, and getting the town back up to working again. Kickstarting the economy within the town. And I think that with that, I would like to see the our fan base, our not fan base. It sounds really.
We have a fan base.
The follower base, and our listener base and things like that. I would like to see that expand quite a lot. And then with that, I think that's when things like it'd be like a big wave. I think with the listener base and stuff increasing, that's when I think the interest will start coming in more, and that's when things like the premises and stuff will all come into. But I think it all starts with that listener base.
Yeah, I mean, and we've proven that we can stand our ground. I think with that in that sort of arena. There's no reason why we can't do that, though, and we have got big plans to expand out of Shrewsbury. If you're listening to this from Shropshire but not Shrewsbury, get in touch. And if you want to do podcasting, get in touch, because we got ideas. No, I think what we're doing is great. I only ever started doing this biscuit thing out of a good place, to try and help people, to give people a voice where they haven't got one. I do have good morals, and I run things properly, and it's always going to continue. We do have a code of ethics, and we do always stick to it. So yeah,
like not talking about not talking about politics.
Yeah, not talking about politics.
we didn't. I didn't ask about politics. I asked about what you felt about the vaccine. We haven't talked about Bojo, so end.
And I want to get Memoirs of a Salopia up and running as well. 2021 is going to happen. We did say on the episode with Simon Bell that we're looking for someone. We want to research. We want someone to go out and find us people to speak to on Memoirs of a Salopia, and Memoirs of a Salopian. So if you want to get in touch with us. If you've got the time and the commitment to go out there and find people with interesting stories that we could use on the biscuit, and you could maybe co-host it with Shane. I haven't got enough time. I've taught Shane how to edit now. He doesn't realize what himself.
I'm an expert now.
He said. He doesn't realize what he set himself up for, but I'm going to be sending him audio like, Shane! Memoirs of a Salopian is going to be Shane's baby, but I think he could do a bit of help and finding people to speak to. We want to speak to people of yesteryear that have got stories about the places they used to work, the pubs they used to drink in, the schools they went to, the experiences they had for the town. That's what we want to get. Those stories that Nan or Granddad keep talking about and won't shut up about, blah, blah, blah. We want them. We want to document all that stuff. So get in touch if you want to help us with that, because we could very much do with it, because we all work sort of full time. All of us do. Jules was running her own business whilst working. Dee is doing ridiculous amounts whilst doing this as well. And Shane,
we're still trying to breathe.
Yeah. And Shane's got a full-time job too. So we could do with someone to come and help us get that.
And soon a dog.
Yeah, you're getting a dog.
And soon a doggy. Yes.
Yeah, boy. It's taken me literally 2 years to twist Lisa's arm.
And it's a little Labrador. What's it called again? Is it Spooky or Spooks?
Spooky. But Spooks is like his nickname, but Spooky is his name.
Well, I've got a Labrador called Fergus, but we call him Woo, or Fergie Wurgie Woo Wah for short.
Yeah.
I'm crossing my arms in disappointment to you.
To be fair, his only course is Spooky Wookie.
See, it's a Labrador thing because we got Fergie Wurgie Woo Wah. You're going to have Spooky Wookie. See? Yeah. You sit there with your arms crossed widely. Whatever.
I won't mention any names or anything, but like we got a friend, and I actually put a post recently on Facebook because I was getting really frustrated about dog rehoming rescue places, because it wasn't like a dig at anybody, but I was just genuinely like, I don't understand why there's dogs advertised for under children over 4, and that's like the barrier. I was like, if a dog's okay for a 4-year-old, in my opinion, as long as I work from home, Lisa's at home all the time. Why is the cut off 4? I don't understand why that is. Like, without even meeting the family or meeting the children. Anyway, so yeah. I had the questions answered on this post, and there was a couple of people that have been unnecessarily aggressive about it. But there's this one lady who works for a rescue centre. That was really informative, and she answered my questions really like maturely and just sort of like just addressed it. I was asking a question, she was just like, well, this is how it is from our side, and really sort of enlightened me, because I'm a curious person. I question everything. I sort of ask questions, and that's how I sort of learn. Anyway, so I put this post up, and one of my friends messaged me and said, are you looking for a dog? And I was like, yeah, it's just hard, at the moment. It's either through the roof on price, or it's or they're not suitable for my family. So obviously,
this year dog prices have shot up, haven't they? From breeders?
Haven't they? Like it's just crazy.
Unbelievable.
So, and she said, well, actually, I've got 7 dogs. I was like, what? She said, I've got 7. And she goes, we've been told we have to get rid of one. She goes, unfortunately, it's with a really heavy heart. We're having to basically pick between our dogs. And I was like, that's really sad. But she goes, we don't want to just give them to somebody we don't know that's going to be a million miles away. We want to give them to somebody who we know, who's local, who we trust. And I've known, obviously, this lady this family for quite a few years. And she just sent me some pictures and stuff. And I asked Lisa, and at first she was like, the dog's too big. She doesn't want a Labrador, it's just too big. But then she said it's a small lab. Talked to Lisa around a little bit, and we went to go have a look. As soon as Lisa got out of the car and walked up the thing, and now 6 of these massive, huge, bouncing Labradors come absolutely like climbing over each other out the door to try and get out, barking and jumping and stuff. But then Spooky's just literally stood in the back of this like little room, just like watching, and like all these dogs were running around and barking and stuff. And then the owner was like, "Come on, Spooks, come on!" And he just comes literally plodding out, slow as anything. Didn't bark, didn't make any noise. Little wag of his tail, just come out really timid, and just come over and just start sniffing us really like gently. And Lisa's face was just like, oh my god. And like, he's a really small lab. He's about the size of a collie. He's like runt of a litter, and he doesn't look like your archetypal lab either. He's got a very distinct look about him. And yeah, that was basically it. I took Lisa to go for a coffee at Starbucks, and we had a chat about it. And yeah,
did you have the chat of like who's picking up all the dog mess in the garden, who's feeding it,
that's
who's walking?
All me.
Everything's on you.
Pretty much. She is willing to walk it though. It is very much a mutual thing, but it is going to be my dog, if you know what I mean. But yeah, after we spoke about it for a bit, we just decided to go for it. And so we're picking him up on Monday.
So we've got Jules, who runs dog walking. You got Dee, who's just ridiculous with names, and now we're gonna have Shane. Snoochie, boochie, pookie, smoky, pookie. I am now the odd one out with the Biscuiteers. I don't do pets really. I have done.
Get goldfish.
We used to have a dog, Poppy. She was a cockapoo. She was She was What was she? She was cockapoo. She was cocker spaniel mixed with poodle.
Yeah, cockapoo. Yeah.
No, hold on. What was she? I'm not a pet person. This is the rum, man. I barely. I've started drinking rum. It's been a terrible. Not a terrible day. Oh my god.
Wait, Al, stop.
Alex is broken. Alex is broken.
Alex's blue screen crashing.
Oh my
It needs a
god!
reboot. Reboot in safe mode. 505 server error.
Yeah. It's been a long day. It has been a long day, and I have a glass of rum and Coke, and my body's just gone. And I have 2 more shows to record tonight as well, so that's going to be interesting. But I've just ordered my food from Feast, by the way.
I'm gonna do that now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, yeah, that's good. If you haven't listened to that,
I live out in the sticks. Nowhere delivers to me.
I had a bad. Do we talk about this?
Careful.
A bad experience with delivery food last night. I'm not going to mention the restaurant. There you go. If I don't mention the restaurant, then nothing bad can come of it. They got the wrong address. It was a problem with the system, and they went to the wrong address. And the delivery driver rang up my wife, was very rude to her on the phone. You've sent me to the wrong place. I've been out here for 10 minutes knocking on the wrong door. And I was like, we gave him the right address. He was like, we did not give that address. Here is the right one. I went downstairs. Yeah. I opened the door, and he's waving the receipt in my face. He's going, look, this is the address you gave. And I was like, well, my wife did not give you that address. And then he was like, I've been stood up there for 10 minutes. I was like, well, that's your problem, isn't it, sir? You know? And he said to me, don't deliver from us again, or I'll spit in your food.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not
name drop. I'm joking.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, because the place the place is a restaurant, is a nice place. This guy was a standalone from the restaurant. He was just a delivery driver, and I am not an angry person. I'm a very outgoing, nice person that will speak to anybody. If you've ever come across me on the Biscuit, if you've ever been on my show, you'll understand, right? But I exploded. I was like, get off my doorstep and don't ever come back.
What are you talking about?
I'm a nice guy. What are you on about, man? Okay. So what the guys are elaborating to now is that I get very passionate about how I run things, okay, on the Biscuit. And sometimes I get a little bit upset when things don't go the way they should. And
just a little bit passionate, just a little bit.
A little bit passionate. I'm a bit like the chef when the souffle doesn't come out looking like a souffle. I'm kind of like, hey, what is this? I cannot give it this to the guy. I cannot do this. This is my restaurant.
You say that, but I think you got a little bit more Gordon Ramsay to you. With the whole car like throwing the pans across the kitchen. You get the loaf of bread out. You put their head between the bits of bread. You go, what are you?
You donkey! Where's the lamb sauce?
I am very passionate about the Biscuit and about you, Suck, as well, because they're both my babies. I created them. I am gutted that Thorskin doesn't exist anymore, but there's a reason why it doesn't exist, you know. And I think I made the right choice, regardless of how many followers we had and how great it was doing at the time. I think I made the right choice, and I think you've got to be proud of what you're doing. It's like we were speaking to Masks with Amy, or Masks by Amy. You create something from the ground up, and you create something. I mean, look at the logos behind us now. Like, you can't see the listeners now. There's our logo behind us now as a background. I made that with my bare hands. I designed it all. The everything that's ever happened with the Biscuit is because of things that we put in place, and I'm proud of what we've done. And I want to say thank you to everyone through 2020 that's been on our show. Thank you to the Parade for letting us stay there. Thank you to Beth Heath for always being supportive, to Pete White for the website.
Gonna cry again?
No. I just love what we do. Anyone that's ever worked with us, Big Eater Zeltman, all the pictures you've taken of me, that's hard work taking a picture of me.
We need to do a Biscuit photo shoot, by the way.
We do. If anybody wants to do a Biscuit photo shoot of us looking rather sexy, I want a picture of us looking like, Anchorman, where they're all stood in.
Yes.
I want that, and I want Shane in a cowboy hat. Yeah,
I'll happily wear a cowboy hat.
Whammy!
Sorry. Am I going to end up being the one that eats the candle or something?
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're Brick Thompson. Yeah.
I think
noises.
We don't. I think for lots of reasons, really. I would like to have somebody for a day. Maybe do like some headshots for the website. That needs updated, by the way, Al. Just a side note.
Yeah.
Also, But then obviously just go around the town basically and just do some shots with like the four of us in various different parts of the town for the website. I think that'd be really
Is there going to be a dress code?
Biscuit t-shirt.
Are we going full Anchorman? I think we should go full Anchorman.
What, blue suits?
Oh my god! The background behind me went to the shape of a sleek-looking monster figure. It's Kaz behind me. I can't see.
She's gonna batter you for saying.
She is, but like I can't see. I can't see behind me through the camera because I got a background here, and there's just a black figure just came behind me. So anyway, look, let's
Yeah, I better go and relieve my missus of the baby. She's had him all day, bless him.
Yeah,
bless her.
Another hour and a half, and I'll be speaking to Robert Bruce from Comic Book Men, creator of HorrorCon. So I'll be speaking to him on You Suck. What's the difference? Blah blah blah. That's not a plug, by the way. That's just me telling you what kind of day I've had.
I think we should start counting these plugs that he does throughout shows.
Yeah, we should do.
Yeah.
If you want to hear me in a more R-rated manner, go to yousuck.podbean.com. Now, thank you very much, guys, for all the hard work you've put in at the Biscuiteers this year. It's only going to get harder because we're only going to push it a little bit further. Yeah. So, onwards and upwards. Guys, check out our website, which is www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk, made for us by our friends at Web Orchard. They are a fantastic company. They do a great job, and they will take you very seriously. And what Shane's gone upside down now. What's going on with you? Are you just?
Where's he going?
Yeah, he's doing a cartwheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
I want to give a shout out to the Parade shops as well. Big, huge salute to you guys that are working through Christmas. We are staying well out the way while the Christmas rush is occurring. And I want to keep away our guests from that as well. I don't want to add to it. But keep doing what you're doing. And if you haven't visited the Parade shops recently, then how dare you? And make sure you do it now because it looks fantastic. You know, Manola, who we were talking about earlier, she's based there. She does her eyelashes there. Dale Hintz, that was on our show recently. He's there. He's a fantastic guy. UK's best barber in my eyes. Fantastic guy. Jess from Vanitas Tattoos. She's been on the show before. We like the Parade, and so should you.
You got Crystal's Cupcakes as well.
Crystals has been on the show. The guys from Shropshire ITC, they've been on their show before. You know, it's a great place to be. All right, we'll get out of here. Shane, thank you very much. Dee, thank you very much. I've rambled like crazy. You don't understand the logistics that's gone on to today and what it's taken for me to be on this actual episode. So apologies, but you know, we'll catch you guys next time.
You're so weird sometimes, you know that?
I am a weird guy. I am a strange guy. But anyway, we'll catch you guys next time.
We got on so well.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.